Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. And thank you for those of you who've stuck with BWTM or then Bayloric TV through the years. We appreciate you. And to those who are new subscribers and new listening, welcome. So you've seen the weigh-in. I haven't watched the weigh-in. I have paid absolutely no interest to this event. To be honest, it's great to have Tyson Fury back in boxing. Let's get that straight. We all know what's happened. It's well documented in the past what's happened with Fury, but he's back in boxing, and that's a good thing for the heavyweight division and boxing. But this is where I'm going to lose quite a few people, I think. I have to be honest with you, and absolutely categorically honest. Not a lie, I don't lie. I tell you how I feel, regardless. For the longest time, you know that I have been a Fury supporter. Before Tyson was world champion, before people really took Tyson seriously, I've been a Fury supporter and still continue to support Tyson's journey. We know of the challenges he's been through, the ups, the downs, and how he's coming back. We've heard how great Tyson Fury is. He's the greatest heavyweight in the modern era. We've heard how he's going to beat Joshua. He's going to beat Wilder. He's dominant. He's the Gypsy King. Okay, we've seen nearly every day a photograph with him training, or on Instagram, or on videos and announcements and all the rest of it. We've seen it. We've seen all of that. And we knew who the opponent was. Late, we knew the opponent was Sefer Seferi. But we heard about that earlier. We did hear that this was a fight that Tyson was going to be taking. There was a lot of rumors about it. We saw lots of training videos of Tyson getting himself into shape, and he was going to be in great shape and the best shape of his career, and da-da-da-da, and all the rest of it. I did warn boxing fans that he wouldn't come back in the best shape of his career. Just look what the shape he was in when he fought Joey Abel, and that was when he was actively boxing. He took some time out, and he came back to Joey Abel, and he was in really poor shape, you know. But his boxing skills were able to get him through that fight because he was a higher caliber opponent, fighter than Joey Abel was. So let's make that clear as well. What I'm going to say here is for those people who bring the comparisons of Tyson Fury and Muhammad Ali in terms of their comeback. When Muhammad Ali made his comeback, as Bashir quite rightly said, his first comeback fight was against the world-ranked Jerry Quarry. He's ranked 3 or 4 in the world. Ali fought from 4, 3, 2, and then fought for the championship of the world within 6 months. Muhammad Ali. So he fought the best fighters in the world from 4 upwards within 6 months. Yeah, I know you could say times have changed. But Tyson Fury's comeback against Sefer Seferi is not just even a given. It's a circus act. Let's be honest. And I'm talking to those people who are comparing Tyson Fury's comeback to Muhammad Ali's comeback. It's an absolute joke and a circus. You could not compare the two men like that. So in terms of comebacks, absolutely disgusting. And anybody who even mentions it is making a laughing stock and is an insult to Muhammad Ali and what he did. There's very few fighters in the world that are going to come back and fight the number 4th ranked fighter in the world, and then fight the 3rd and 2nd, and then go and fight for a world title shot. Very few. And Tyson Fury is not one of those fighters. So you say, well, he's making his comeback fight and he's having a comeback. Okay. Tyson Fury is 6'9". Sefer Seferi is 5'11", and he's a cruiserweight. Not even a heavyweight. He's a cruiserweight. Let's understand this. A cruiserweight. And he's 5'11". Tyson Fury is almost a foot taller than this guy. And I ask you, boxing fans today, no, I'm not expecting Fury to come back and fight the 4th best heavyweight in the world. No, I'm not even expecting to fight the 10th best heavyweight in the world. Even if Fury fought Mark Demore or he fought the Cobra, that is more acceptable than this guy. Because at least these both guys I just mentioned there are bona fide heavyweights. This guy's a cruiserweight. Tyson can literally push this guy and he'll fall over. Not let him knock him over. He'll push him and he'll fall over. He could push the guy and the guy would fall over. Just imagine a guy, 19 stone. I mean just picture that. And a foot taller than you. And his arms are so damn long. That's literally like David and Goliath. At least when David Haye fought Valuev, who was a foot taller than David, at least they were both heavyweights. And at least Valuev was a world champion. And David was challenging to become world champion. This is absolutely disgusting. Now, when have you seen a weigh-in where the former unified best heavyweight in the world has lifted up in his arms the challenger? The best heavyweight on the planet. How do you go from fighting Vladimir Klitschko in Germany and securing the belts to Sefer Seferi? Now, if you were to make a big talk about, oh, well, you know, I'm in the best shape of my life, or I've got a great trainer, or you know, my Ben Davidson's doing this for me and he's doing great and I'm feeling the best shape of my life, or I'm feeling great and feeling better. Surely you want to put a performance on for the fans, for the boxing fans. What does it prove by Tyson clubbing this guy with a right hand? You probably knock him out with a jab, hit this guy the first right hand and he falls over. What does it prove to boxing fans? Okay, him beating Mark Demore or knocking out Gurjit or the Cobra, or him, listen, even in fighting Gary Cornish, Dave Allen. I mean, this is a guy who's a supreme heavyweight. He boxed orthodox, he boxed southpaw, he beat everybody, and some people he beat Muhammad Ali, according to some people. Now, when you're making them kind of claims and you're making them kind of statements, and then you're making a comeback fight against a guy who's 5'11", a midget in terms of the size difference in this fight, it's disgusting. How can you justify it? How can you pay your hard-earned money to go and watch Tyson Fury fight like that? Okay, you're knocking off ring rust. This is the same garbage I heard the other day when somebody was talking about Luis Ortiz fight. Oh, he's just knocking off some ring rust. You tell me what ring rust you're knocking off with this guy. Are you suggesting this guy's going to give Tyson rounds? Are you suggesting this guy's going to test Tyson Fury's ability? Are you suggesting this guy's going to be competitive? Is going to give him a few rounds? How many people in the heavyweight division are ranked 5'11" and reigning heavyweight champions of the world? Or how many guys in the heavyweight division are that high? Let me ask you that question first and foremost. Cruiserweights like that. David Haye was 6'3" and 15.5 stone and could punch. I'm talking about prime Haye. I'm not talking the Haye that Bellew just knocked over the other day. I couldn't stand on his back foot. I'm talking about prime Haye. I mean, you know, I don't understand. So people say he's going to knock off ring rust. When Luis Ortiz fought the guy Daniel Martins, before he fought Wilder, he had been out for a year. He's making a comeback fight. He fought Daniel Martins. People say, oh, it's just not the ring rust stuff. What? That's not knocking off ring rust. That is not knocking off ring rust. Getting in sparring against opponents. Tyson Fury, I can assure you, would have sparred better opponents than this guy is fighting. For heaven's sake, he was sparring Dave Allen. Tyson was sparring Dave Allen. He was sparring Dave Allen. Dave Allen is better opposition than Sefer Seferi. I don't give a damn about, oh, we had to lose all this weight. He is a professional boxer. That is what he's paid to do. When people make excuses and say, well, he lost the weight. Well, that's like saying a footballer kicks a ball. That's like saying a cricketer hits a ball, hits a ball with a bat, or he bowls a ball. He's doing what he's meant to do. He's doing what he's paid to do. It's like telling or saying a musician is playing a guitar. He's a guitarist. He's playing a guitar. That's what he's meant to do. That is what he's paid to do. That is what he's meant to do. That is a professional. There are no excuses around, well, he's in shape. No, there's no excuses. He should be in shape, tip-top condition. You know, you might not like Floyd Mayweather. You never can see Floyd Mayweather turn up to fight out of shape. There's an example. There are other heavyweights we could talk about in the world that's not going to come in out of shape. When did you ever see Vladimir Klitschko coming out of shape? I'm talking about being a professional. And to that point, we're talking about a trainer getting a man into shape and him being the best possible shape he could be. He shifted 7 stone. Great. Whoopie-doo-dah. Do you want me to be excited about that? I'm not excited about that. Yes, he's come from what he's come from. I appreciate that. But business is business. When you get yourself back in the ring and you're preparing to fight, and if you couldn't shift the weight in time, then why have to come back the date you had to come back on? How long have you been training? I mean, if that was the case and you couldn't shift the weight, then have to fight in August, September. Everybody wanted to see you fight again. But to come back and to come back against a guy like this, and just look at it. I mean, if you can justify that, remember, this isn't just anybody making a comeback now. This is the former or the unified, the creme de la creme, the best fighter in the world, is making a comeback against this guy. And remember, even worse, this is the heavyweight division. This is the division that has graced the history of boxing. This is what everybody looks like. Everybody looks at in boxing, the heavyweight, the big guys. And this is the circus that we're putting on. This is the display. This is what people turn to see. So let's say the UFC are tuning in to see our former unified heavyweight champion of the world coming back against a midget. I mean, they must be laughing at us at the moment. This is stuff that I'm not sure you're aware of or you're thinking about. Just think, oh, Tyson's coming back. And I don't want to hear afterwards. The same people now that are going, brilliant, Tyson's coming back and he's fighting against his opponent. Don't come back to me afterwards and then tell me afterwards, that was a shit fight. I'm calling it now. And if Seferi can move around 4 or 5 rounds and make Tyson chase him around the ring like cat and mouse, it's embarrassing. It's not good. I don't think it's a good look for Tyson. I'd rather he fought somebody that was slow and ponderous and he took a few rounds and worked him out and got the job done than he fight a guy like Sefer, whatever his damn SS, who could probably run rings around Tyson. The guy could probably run between Tyson's legs. So this proves nothing. This fight proves absolutely nothing. Because what he's doing in this fight, he could do in any fight against that type of opponent. He could do it in sparring. So the whole thing's an absolute joke. Yes, I'm happy Tyson's back. Yes, I'm happy to see him back in the ring again. But this is a joke. I'm sorry. I can't. There's been no interest whatsoever on my behalf. It's not when you're saying, not when you call this guy the creme de la creme. Not when you call him the creme de la creme. How can you seriously look and say, this guy is ready to fight? Like some of you already suggesting, he's ready to beat Joshua and Wilder today. Now, I'm talking to a specific crowd here, right? Who say that Tyson Fury can get back in ring and beat Wilder and Joshua today. Those same people. But yet that's the caliber opponent he's coming back against. That doesn't make me feel very confident about this comeback of Tyson Fury. Because okay, look at the difference between Sefer Seferi, right? And then a Shannon Briggs. Yeah, he's old, but the caliber of opponent. That's a huge jump. That's a huge jump. I mean, look, Sefer Seferi and Tony Bellew. You would slam Tony Bellew for fighting Sefer Seferi in his next fight. You'd slam Tony Bellew for doing that. You'd slam Dillian White for fighting him. Oh, but Tyson's been out a long time. As I said, I'm not saying Tyson should have fought the creme de la creme coming back, but he could have fought somebody else. He could have fought a Gary Cornish. Do you mean there were other guys in Britain he could have fought and given that paid an opportunity to, and a comeback fight, and it would have been better for British boxing. This guy, in all the world of boxing, they pull at this guy. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it, and I don't understand the logic that comes behind it. And don't tell me it's about him getting back in shape, or I don't want to hear that. That's garbage because he can afford anybody else. Why this guy? I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't justify that. And then we'll just see what he does after this fight. And if he gives Tyson a runaround, Even worse still, you want a guy that you can get in there, you know, who's a heavyweight and you can box with. You know what I mean? This guy, these sort of guys Tyson would have fought in his first and second fight. Sorry, I can't justify it. So if you want a reaction, this is the reaction. I see what people are saying in the room. Cheer up, says cheer up, says King of Boxing. And then boxing, box 100 Boxing UK says checking in. Great. J124 says, I don't care who you are. Anyone that claims he's the greatest of all time can't be boxing against some random bum cruiserweight from Albania. I don't care how long he's been inactive. Says J124. Kingdom of Boxing looked in bad shape. Just saying it. AA says, I wondered in selection myself until the presser. I seen Seferi say it'll be second fight they've had. Maybe Tyson made him a promise and kept his word in a crazy way. Not only is it embarrassing for boxing, it's dangerous. Of course it is. He's going to need a massive step up from Seferi to AJ in 3 fights. It's mad. Did you hear Seferi is the #1 cruiserweight in Albania? Oh, my good Lord. Haha, good crack, though. Get him, just let him get the rust off and earn a few quid. It's not pay-per-view. He went 10 rounds already at heavyweight. Ortiz didn't have to lose 7 stone. I'm paying because I want to see Flanagan, Gorman, Williamson packed under the card. So it's okay for this fight. But next one needs to be Shah at least. Kingdom of Boxing, he was sick. Making weight, Maverick Music says, making weight seems to be getting harder for fighters, especially UFC fighters. Heavyweight, no limit though. He could be like Butterbean and it does not matter. If he bangs, performs. Tyson has nothing in common with Ali. I see shades of Ali in Hugh Fury's style, but nothing of Ali in Tyson. Tyson's style is range fighting and his skill is experience. Seferi, whatever his damn name is. A top 15 heavyweight would have been good. I agree, James 124. I just hope both are healthy and get paid, says Eric Berg. I agree. Should have picked a brick. I agree with it, Frank Warren. I do believe you do know the truth and you're looking for something. I believe you know the truth and you're looking for something. Out 3 years. We don't want any run around here for us to believe Tyson still got it. Equally, I want to at least a British level next fight, possibly European. Takam would be great for Tyson. Ty and Boo says, Ingram, stop gassing, fam. Chill out. I have some weed. Seferi strong. Did you see him lift Tyson? The guy for real. You cheered me up. You cheered me up. You did cheer me up there. I'll give you that. You cheered me up. That was good. I like that. Okay. When you lose weight fast, you might look the part of, but not the full shilling. You can't take the body shots because it needs rebuilding again, and that takes time. I'd like to see a better opponent too. Hiring Fury wins in 6 rounds. Keep calm, box on. Is that Ty from Knots? I wonder if it is. Be interested if it was. If it was him, I'd appreciate it. But the thing is, people think I'm having a real dig at Tyson here. It's not a dig at Tyson. It's because wait, let me ask you a question. Take Tyson Fury out the room a second, right? And sit him down in an interview and have Joshua be out for 3 years, or Wildy be out for 3 years, right? Or David Hay be out for 3 years, or Chisora be out for 3 years, and then ask Tyson Fury, what do you think of his opponent? And hear what Tyson would give you. Tyson will give you a 1, 2, 3, 4 as to how the guy's a shithouse and he's not a good opponent and he's all that. Remember, this is Tyson Fury. Put Tyson Fury in the same room and watching himself on TV and pretend he's not Tyson Fury and say, what do you think of this opponent, Tyson? He's a shithouse. He's a cruiserweight. He's a this, he's a that. That's what Tyson will give you. This is Tyson Fury. So how Tyson justifies this fight, I don't know. I don't know. For a guy who's so skilled. would be good. Yeah, they're going to diss each other. Agreed, Tom. Price and Bellew be like that interview Tyson said about them being gay lovers. Well, this is it. I don't see what I wouldn't have minded. I wouldn't have minded if Tyson was making a comeback fight and it was on the undercard and he had this savage and it was an undercard fight. I wouldn't have worried about this. I wouldn't have been so bothered. But the fact it's top of the bill. Top of the bill. You move from fighting Vladimir Klitschko to midget of the month. That is a real fall down from grace, quite literally. What a performance versus Vlad. I may be wrong, but Vlad only got 2 bangs on Tyson. One right to the jaw, which Tyson shook off, and a headbutt in Tyson's eye. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, he did land 2 really good shots on Tyson. Yeah, LOL, class interview will never be forgotten. I'm surprised there hasn't been a miraculous injury like Saunders did when it's really because of tickets. Well, maybe so, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where this is going. I really don't. And for those people who would say, well, he left for Frank Warren because he went to Mick Hennessy, because he left Mick Hennessy to go to Frank Warren to be on BT Sports, I will remind people who say that it was Mick Hennessy that actually got Tyson the opportunity to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. So, I mean, that's, you know, it's not really a way to repay Mick by doing that. But, you know, money, I understand. Wilder fought Charlie Zelenoff. Yeah, he did. Ingram, you teach us. You know boxing better than me. Why this fight? Do you know? Why do you think he took the fight and this fighter? Teach Pickles. Well, listen, I don't know that much. I don't know that much. But we heard Tyson on his. I've heard Tyson make some comments before that, you know, he's going to have some easy fights. Remember, he did. I remember him saying that he will have some easy fights, and that is an easy fight. It's a gimme. I just hope, I really hope that this doesn't end up being ugly and Seferi's run around 6 or 7 rounds and gives Tyson a run around. Because he's short, he's small, Tyson's punching down, and he has struggled against small opponents. Right? So what I can see Tyson doing is what he did against Steve Cunningham. Put his hands up, walking Seferi back to ropes, putting him against ropes and punishing him. But the thing is, what does that prove? I don't understand. Who isn't a right man going to buy a ticket with their hard-earned money? Easy for what reason? I understand, but if you've done all this training with Ben Davison to come back and fight a midget, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. I don't understand it. I can't justify it, people. I'm sorry. And yes, I'll do the commentary for it, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's get some predictions for this fight. How do you see this fight going? How do you see the fight going? Give Fury some time to get the ring rust off. Let me ask you a question about this ring rust thing. There seems to be some idea of what ring rust is. Ring rust, you do not get rid of ring rust in a round. If the David Hayes scenario didn't teach you that, then you've got a lot to learn about boxing. Ring rust is when you're going to go, you know, when you go around, you're not getting rid of ring rust. Getting rid of ring rust is going 8, 9, 10 rounds. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rounds in an interesting fight. That gets rid of your ring rust. Fighting a guy who's a foot shorter than you and about 4 to 5 stones lighter than you does not knock off ring rust. That does not knock off ring. So you're basically saying to me, Tyson gets in, he throws a jab, he hits a guy with a right hand, he falls over on the canvas in the first round, that gets rid of ring rust. A left jab and a right hand gets rid of ring rust. Is that what you're going to suggest to me? Because all intended purposes, a man like Tyson Fury should be getting rid of this guy in the first round. And what does that prove? Yeah, he can beat a guy that's 5'11" and 5 or 6 stone lighter than him. Well, but how does that equate to ring rust. It just equates so you can throw a left jab and a right hand. Knocking off the ring rust and getting the cobwebs off is actually fighting a guy that's going to move around you for 4 or 5 rounds. Not for 30 seconds to a minute. In all honesty, Tyson's ring walk and the announcements could be longer than the fight. Because he's not going to get into the ring in 30 seconds, is he? So if you combine the ring walk to when he gets in the ring, to the announcements, to the guys coming together, to the referee going ding ding round one, and them coming right together with one another. And I can't, for the life of me, can't see Sefer Seferi going toe to toe with Tyson Fury. He's going to be on his bike running. You should have your own podcast, bro. Love it. Better than Sky Pundits. Listen, listen, Tyson, I got much love for you. But bro, man to man, and I've always told you how I felt, straight to your face. I'm not behind your back. I'm not a keyboard warrior. You know I'll teach your face. This is shit. Straight up shit. And you know it's shit. You know it's shit. You know it. You're probably laughing all the way to the bank now. Oh, I can flipping make money off the fans are just going to love me. I just sold the fight by just saying I'm coming back. But you're laughing to the bank, laughing all the way to the bank. J124 Ingram, I agree. The ring rust claim is a load of bollocks. You need to challenge to get rid of ring rust. Of course, like interviews on the road, great stuff. Wouldn't mind another collab with Russ from Doncaster again. Okay, agree with AA. 4 or 5 rounds. If this fight goes 4 or 5 rounds, you have to start asking yourself some serious questions. 4 or 5 rounds. Imagine Mike Tyson. Even Mike Tyson today. 4 or 5 rounds. Lennox Lewis. Again, 5 rounds. Are you joking me? If this fight goes 4 or 5 rounds, there has to be some serious questions being asked. I mean, 4 or 5 rounds against the Albanian cruiserweight champion. 4 or 5 rounds. And then you're gonna open your mouth and look me in the eye and then tell me, yeah, this guy's now ready for Wilder and Joshua. Really? You say the Wilder fights bums. He could have fought Duhaupas in a comeback. He could have fought Molina. No, he can't fight Molina because Molina got done. He could have fought Spilker on a comeback. He could have fought Usmanov on a comeback. You know how many heavyweights around that we know he could have fought? He could have fought, what's this guy's name? Washington on a comeback. He could have fought somebody at least who could say either similar height or a little shorter, a bona fide heavyweight. I thought Gary Cornish would have been a perfect guy to come back on. The guy doesn't take a great punch. He doesn't move his head. He'll walk onto Tyson's jab. He'll walk onto his right hand and make Tyson look good. But this is a joke. Rudenko. Sokolovsky would have been perfect. Another guy. Sokolovsky would have been perfect. He knocked out AJ Carter. He went 10 rounds with his cousin Huey. He went 10 rounds with David Price. That would have been a good comeback fight for Tyson. Sokolovsky would have seen where Tyson was. Now that's a fight that would have been a fight for ring rust because Sokolovsky doesn't get knocked out. Sokolovsky is a good heavyweight. He's a bona fide heavyweight. He can hold a shot. He held a shot from Price. He held a shot from Huey Fury. That would have been a good comeback fight. Rudenko, another good comeback fight. Don't give me this. Sefer Seferi is going to give him take off the ring rust. In that case, what you're basically saying is that Sefer Seferi is competitive enough. Competitive, get it right. Competitive enough to give Tyson enough problems for him to stick around for 6 or 7 rounds. But yes, absolute. I'd put him in with a rank 40 fighter like Rudenko. There you go. Thank you very much. Aculus 180. That's the level he should be fighting in the comeback. Or maybe the way his cousin handled Sam Sexton, just jab his brain off and then drop him. He sparred 100 rounds. So fighting SS isn't going to help. If Khan can knock Leclerc out within 30 seconds, then Tyson should have no problem using his 5 stones to knock Seferi out within 20. That's what I'm looking at there. Haha, I've been watching a fella from Donny. I like him. Have to tape his mouth up around the family though. Too much swearing, but I like him. Okay. Tyson got spotted by Buster Douglas. Indeed. It's a welcome back exhibition more than anything. The Mac is back, prolific genius. No. Sorry. I love you, prolific genius, but you don't call yourself the Mac fighting a midget. No, you don't do that. You don't call yourself the Mac Daddy and you go and fight a midget. That is just disgusting. In fact, this is a good case for bullying here. Good case for bullying here. Yeah, you know the expression "pick on somebody your own size." In this scenario, this is a good example of. This should be the Mac is back. Pick on somebody your own size. Fury versus Seferi. It should be Safari, and it should be a circus. That's what it's a circus act. No more than that. Ingram, he's going to drop his hands, dance against ropes. I see 4 or 5 rounds before Tyson doubles up. LOL. This is an exhibition fight. Relax. So wait. So you're justified an exhibition bout, which is top of the bill on BT Sports, and you think is acceptable for the sport, for the heavyweight division, for the boxing watching fans. You find this acceptable. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. No one said he's going to fight, suffer, then AJ, settle Ingram. Listen, I'm not settling because there are people that say that garbage. There are people that thought Tyson, if you could come off his armchair and beat Wilder and Joshua, and don't tell me otherwise because I've heard it so many times. You go across boxing forums, you hear people say, "But Tyson Fury's the king of boxing. He's the #1." How many people have I been in this chat room itself have come in the room and said Tyson Fury's #1? So don't give me the 1, 2, 3 of, oh well, Tyson's #1, but hold on a second, he's not going to come back and fight Joshua straight away. It's either one or the other. Make your mind up, but don't switch the lines that you're saying or the things you're standing by when it suits you. It is, or it isn't. But don't switch it up. Don't switch it up. Don't bring out and say the Ali and Tyson Fury comparisons because of the comebacks, and then when I bring the evidence to you, you're back up on it. I'm just calling for shit for what it is. It's shit. And it's just shit. Spilker is respected a man made of... Yeah, Spilker's perfect. Either Hayes' troubles have given him doubts or he wants a highlight reel trying to work it out. Big Sexy would have done. Big Sexy would have done nicely. Turner, would have been a nice comeback fight. He could fought my pal, 6 foot 7 inch. No, I don't. Razavan Kujan, I think it's a bit dangerous. And what's happening, Dave Allen and Yoko Ono? Don't know, but Tony Yoko's dangerous. He needs a warm-up fight. Give him a break. 29 stone to 90 stone. No rush for those fights. Tom Smith, this is not a warm-up fight. This is not. Are you suggesting to me that this is a warm-up fight? Left jab, right hand. That's a warm-up fight, is it? Is that what you consist of a warm-up fight? My friend, I'm sorry, that's not a warm-up fight. A guy who is a foot taller and 5'11", and he's the number 1 Albanian cruiserweight. Is that what you're suggesting is a warm-up fight? Mate, you need to go and watch some more boxing. Disgusting. Tyson should have fought Mick Hennessy, proper heavyweight contest, mad thing. Yeah, Mick Hennessy would have been a better fight. He gave a contract to Shannon Briggs. He cannot go above that level until Let's Go Champ fight happens. I'm sorry. Yeah, well, there you go. Well, you're going to fight. So what you're trying to say is, wait, so you're saying it's a warm-up fight. Okay, for your logic of a warm-up fight, then he's fighting Sefer Seferi. Sefer Seferi, sorry. Sefer Seferi is his warm-up fight for Shannon Briggs. So tell me how the comparisons behind a cruiserweight, number 1 Albanian cruiserweight, who's 5'11", is running against a former heavyweight champion of the world, Shannon Briggs. Can you? I don't see the correlation. I don't see the. If somebody's the same size or the same height, or even a heavyweight. But Shannon Briggs, Sefer Seferi. I mean, I don't know what boxing you've been watching, mate. But that is not a warm-up. J124 says he's a professional athlete who claims he's the greatest there's ever been. It's not good enough, and he's putting a man at his risk. This is the same Tyson Fury. This is the Tyson Fury who told me to my face, I'm the greatest heavyweight of this era. That's before he watched Steve Cunningham. The same Tyson Fury. A lot of people are going to kiss Tyson's ass because they want to keep Tyson cushy and nice. No, sorry. This is bullshit. Seferi's head is up to shoulders. Marifat peace. He did beat Klitschko. We know he beat Klitschko. I know he beat Klitschko 3 years ago. But if you're going to come from that logic, how do you move from Vladimir Klitschko to Sefer Seferi? Can you please logically put that in and then say it's a warm-up? It's a warm-up. It's the comeback to the road to the heavyweight championship of the world. I'm going to fight a midget that's going to determine my route to be a warm-up fight to become the heavyweight champion. Get out of here, man. Don't give me that garbage. You listen too much to Sky Sports and they're rubbish as well. There's nobody can justify this fight. You can't justify it. No way, shape, or form. Because there's nobody in the heavyweight division that's 5'11" that holds the heavyweight championship of the world. He's not even fighting in the cruiserweight championship of the world. How the hell does this give us any barometer as to where Tyson is? It doesn't. So it goes back to my point is we won't know anything about Tyson until 2019. But you don't prepare for Shannon Briggs with Sefer Seferi. Just saying. He's going to need a fight June, September, December, and then maybe April before a big fight. Return Mark Morrison will be fuming with this disgrace. You're tagging every Fury fan with the brush. That's just stupidity. No, I'm tagging every person that justifies this fight. Justifies it as either a warm-up, an exhibition bout, or somehow preparing him to be for future fights. It doesn't prepare him. He was sparring Dave Allen. If you've got any respect for Dave Allen, you were sparring Dave Allen, okay? You were sparring Dave Allen. And you're going to tell me, Dave Allen should be fighting Sefer Seferi. Dave Allen should be fighting Sefer Seferi to get him to the back. That's the sort of guy Dave Allen should be fighting. No disrespect to Dave. That's the sort of fight he should be having. To get his confidence back. That's the sort of fight I said Dave Allen should fight. Not the former heavyweight champion of the world. How many belts did Tyson have? 4 or 5 belts? Really? No. Come, get out of here, man. Get out of here. I guess you could decide on not to watch the fight. I plan to watch it, though. No, it's not about that. It's about somebody asking my opinion on something. And I'm just saying I'm not with... I don't accept this particular fight. I don't agree with Tyson on. I don't agree with... and it doesn't really matter. It's my opinion. The fight's going to go ahead anyway. But I'm just saying for my 1 pence or 2 pence or 50 cents or 10 pence or €1 or $1, you know what I mean, or $1 Albanian dollar, for what it's worth, that's what I'm saying. It's not on. Tyson never claimed to be a professional athlete. LOL, Seferi knows what he's doing. He's a grown adult. First fight. Wait, let's get something right here. Is this a fight? Is this a fight? A 6'9" giant who can box, southpaw, orthodox, beat one of the greatest heavyweights of a modern era, Vladimir Klitschko, against a 5'11" cruiserweight. Is this what you determine a fight? A fight? An exhibition match? No. Even Mike Tyson, go and look on the video. Go look at Tyson at 40 years old. He did an exhibition bout. That's an exhibition bout, right? That's an exhibition bout. And he did it against Corey, I think it's Corey T-Rex Sanders. I think it was Corey Sanders. Go check it out. I think Tyson's wearing a grey, like a tank top. 40 years old. At least the guy was a heavyweight. You're on a mad one today. The fight is embarrassing. You're on a mad one today. Yeah. Ali claimed he was in the world. He was in the world and proved it. He owned that claim. He lived it. He fought Fraser, Foreman, etc. Reverend Tyson, he should bite Tyson's ankles. First round, go straight for the ankles like KFC hot wings. Can I just say, can I just Google Jay Carrigan McFarlane? He was 6 foot, 21 stone, fat Glaswegian. Now he's a 15 stone, soon going cruiserweight at the same time as Fury. Losing weight is easier than cardio work needed. Okay, great. Thanks for saying Raj Koshan is a bit dangerous. He's having trouble finding opponents who have cojones to fight him. Well, he's dangerous. Do you have any suggestions for opponents for Raz? I don't know yet, mate, but I know he's a bit dangerous. So maybe Fury won't want any of that at the moment. People are saying here, there's loads of people in the room. You have to forgive me. There's lots of you saying a lot of things in the room, and I'm just trying to make sure I read all your comments. So, but Johnny Nelson says he's got 21 KOs in 23 fights and he can bang. Oh my Lord. Johnny Nelson thinks that McGregor versus Mayweather's a 50-50 fight. Stop it. Stop it. Johnny Nelson thought that Kell Brook had a good chance of beating Golovkin. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. Damn it. J124, Tom Smith says, Tom Smith, get your head out of Fury's ass and realize this is a dangerous thing. Levels matter because his health is on the line. Of course it's a dangerous fight. A belly fight would seem harder after coming for a Seferi fight. Paul, no barometer for fans. Good point. And not good for his development. Totally agree with you. Seeming a bit like beating a dead horse. The fight is made and will happen in a few hours. Watch it or not. As I said, I'm commentating on it. Even Vac could have happiness. He could aspiring Fury for months. Dickinson, Allen, all better. Seferi has a team. They know who they're fighting. There's a reason why there's a ref in every fight also. You are justifying this. It's people like you that get certain people injured in boxing. Just disgusting. I agree an opponent, but the money in front of him with AJ, etc. He could use a slam man instead. Guy looks ring ready though. All right. Okay, let's see what people are saying. Ingram, I honestly think he's going to do the Fortnite dances against the ropes. I'm expecting it. It prepares him in his head. Look what this lad has been through. He beat the ugly Russian and came back to a media lynch mob. Maybe so. As a hardcore fan who lives and shits boxing, it makes us sick seeing this fast. Ingram, where did you get that T-shirt from? Talk to me. Trinidad and Tobago. This is, I think Trinidad was Trinidad and Tobago, if you want to know what it is. It's in the island of Trinidad and Tobago, Caribbean island. It was bought on the island itself. Hope you like it. If you want the T-shirt, you can get it, $9.99 plus postage and packing. There you are, Terry Tibbs. If this was Joshua, the hate wouldn't stop. Joshua would have far more criticism. This is what I'm saying. So it's not just Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Dillian White, Joseph Parker, you name them all. They would have got shit for this. I get it, free in Alaska after the fight takes place and more than worth every penny of that. If you watch the press conference, Seferi said that this would be the second fight they would have. What? First on the 28th of February 2015. That night, the night Tyson fought Hammer. Maybe Tyson said, I'm back, I'll fight you, haha. Now, cast yourself back to that age. Imagine being the best and coming to that. Media can be evil. It gets in your head. Oh, I agree with that. And he says he don't want to hurt Bellew. Oh, there you go. Another contradictory view from Tyson Fury. Tyson will tell you one thing and he'll do something totally different. He says, I don't want to hurt Tony Bellew because he's a cruiserweight and I flattened Tony Bellew and called his wife and his kids. But I'm fighting Sefer Seferi, who's like a foot shorter than me. And almost 6 to 7 stone lighter than me. Can you justify that? That's saying one thing and doing something else. That is the ultimate contradiction. Tyson is a world of contradictions. Says this, does that. Oh, all these fighters that left, Mick Hennessy, I'm about loyalty. Hold on. You've just signed with Frank Warren, Tyson? What's all that about? You said you wouldn't fight Tony Bellew because he's a cruiserweight and he's smaller than you. What the hell are you fighting? A cruiserweight that's smaller than Tony Bellew. And if Tony Bellew said in his next fight, I'm fighting Sefer Seferi, you'd slam him. Yeah, that's true. Great point, Lakvinda. I hope Seferi does get back home to his wife and his kids. Ingram, it's white night. If I start swearing, ban from the room. Mars, I suggest Martin Bacoli. What? You want Tyson Fury to make this comeback, don't you? Martin Bacoli, you crazy. Hello, here's Johnny. I'm glad he's back in a good mental place. But please, this fight, don't do nothing for him. Exactly. It seems Eddie Hearn was telling the truth when he said that Tyson wanted to fight 3 nobodies when they were negotiating a promotional deal. There you go. This is probably one of the first times that I actually believe Eddie Hearn. Because the guy's already told me to his face that he's a bullshitter with a smile. And that's recorded. That's evidence there. So he admitted he is what he is. But he's a promoter. That's what a promoter does. That's what all good promoters do. Talk with bullshit and a smile. And the fans just lap it up. Seferi won't get past Fury's jab. If Seferi gets past Fury's jab, you're not going to be happy. Warren won't risk the linear heavyweight champion. AA, Ingram, you're actually a legend. Oh, well, they say that sometimes. Why Cornish? Tyson needs to lose weight, not gain it. Oh, my good Lord. Oh, my good Lord. So you're justifying Sefer Seferi. Let me ask you a question. Why Sefer Seferi? Cornish is a heavyweight one. Cornish is about 6'4", 6'4", 6'5". That's a better workout than bloody fighting Sefer Seferi as a cruiserweight. How many heavyweights do you know are 5'11" that own the heavyweight championship of the world? The last time I looked, I thought that Wilder was 6'7", and I think Joshua was about 6'5", 6'6". Really? Tell me how they compare Sefer Seferi and Joshua and Wilder. Or even Shannon Briggs. Cornish for Huey, that's 2 down. Get 3 for them to have the bow to the man that I want to see. Lord Lonsdale will go on my mantle piece if that happens. Yes, yes. I don't know if Huey wants to stick around at that level, though. Tyson doesn't look like he's in shape. He's 2 stone heavier than when he fought Klitschko. If that happened 3 years ago, you would have said... You'd have said there was a problem. This whole thing is a joke. Tyson Fury isn't taking any risks. Wants that big payday with Joshua. Not justifying anything, just saying the truth. Robert Townsend says, very, very funny as well. But this fighter, who is a cruiserweight, is a threat. But Joshua, Anthony Joshua and Wilder aren't a threat. They're bums. you just put the logic out there. You know, people say Deontay Wilder fights bums. Joshua fights bums. So what's Tyson Fury fighting? Is that not a bum? Oh, no, that's acceptable because it's Tyson Fury's comeback and he's not been around for 3 years and all the rest of it. Yeah, right. Real funny gang. I don't say this often, but you need to take another sport, pal. You're far too gone. I think that's J124's talking to Tom Smith. You don't get it. I mean, Cornish paces. Ha, ha, ha. We've got Terry Gibbs in the room. He's very funny. You're a good man. I like you, man. You crack some good jokes there. But I don't think Sefer Seferi is a laughing matter. I bet Seferi is getting paid about $5 grand. Without Peter Fury in his corner, I'm concerned Huey looks sharp. Listen, I will say this now. I wonder if Tyson Fury's training Tyson Fury or Ben Davison's training Tyson Fury. Because to me at the moment, I don't know how much authority Ben Davison carries with Tyson Fury. I don't know if that's two mates that are getting on well, and Ben Davidson's allowing Tyson to get away with it. Because I can assure you now, Peter Fury will not allow Tyson to get away with the garbage. And that's just facts. They won't sanction Briggs. He's too old. Oh, yeah. Seferi's 40, yeah? Okay. Wait, so let me get this right, Greg. They'll sanction a 40-year-old who's an Albanian cruiserweight, #1 cruiserweight, who is 5'11", and is a foot shorter than Tyson Fury. But they won't sanction a bona fide heavyweight, former heavyweight champion who's a puncher. Yeah, I can see the logic in that. It's a one-sided beatdown, but I think it's more to see how corner work with Fury. What frigging corner work? Dude, listen, Tyson Fury can come off the street, no training, and knock Sefer Seferi out. What are you talking about? You're talking like Sefer Seferi is like some legendary 5'11" heavyweight champion of the world. Manuel Shaw beat Sefer Seferi for what it's worth. What are you talking about? What? If you want to test that corner, put him in against somebody who's going to test him. What? You joke? Are you being serious with me here? I didn't mean the back hole. I didn't mind for Bacol and Tyson, LOL. Meant his mate Koshan and Bacol. Tyson is going to emulate Ali after 3 years out. Ali comes against Jerry Quarry, then Bonavia, then Fraser. Hard to take Tyson Fury seriously. This is my point. This is my point. Bashir, go back and listen to the interview we did, the show we did recently with Uncle Bashir. He broke it down, and he was around in Ali's time. So he break it down for you as it is, or as it was. So I'm not just here talking off the back of something. It's facts. We have one gentleman. I can't be 100%, but get ready to point at him. Says Reverend Pickles. All Tyson does, and he has done for the last 3 years, is talk. You need to do your talking with your fists. That's what Joshua does. Robert Townsend, I've said it enough. Tyson's done enough talking, and I've said it. I'm not interested in seeing talking to Tyson at the moment, because all he does is, I'm the best. I'm the Mac. The Mac is back. I'm the greatest. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Okay, what are you going to do then, Tyson? Well, I'm going to fight a guy who's 5'11", and he's a cruiserweight. He's 40 years old. He's 5 or 6 stone, 7 stone lighter than me, and he's a foot shorter than me. But yeah, I'm the guy who's going to beat Joshua, and I'm the guy who's going to beat Wilder. And this is my comeback fight, and I'm emulating a Muhammad Ali. Okay. Where's your opponent? Oh. Yeah, I don't want to fight Tony Belly because I smashed Tony Belly because he's a cruiserweight. But your opponent's a cruiserweight, and he's shorter than Tony Bellew. And he wasn't. Bellew was at least the WBC cruiserweight champion of the world, and he just beat a former heavyweight champion of the world. And this guy Seferi got beat by Manuel Shah, who got knocked out by a cruiserweight in Marius Breedis. I don't get it. You said to me that you weren't going to leave Mick Hennessy because you were all about loyalty. But not only you left Mick Hennessy, you left your Uncle Peter. You're now with Frank Warren. I don't get that. See, this stuff don't make sense. So, as I said before, a long time ago, I don't take a lot of what Tyson says seriously. I'm just pointing it out to you people. Fury getting paid for this more than he did against Klitschko, which is worrying. It is worrying. Tyson's pushing up a friend. He knows what to do. Some friends need this. Fury wants that big payday, nothing else. Warren should do more as a promoter to get Tyson real prep fights. There can only be only one of this kind. Box Watch says, this is going to be interesting. I've got to hear this. Ben Davis is getting him into condition. That's all. Ben can only be a friend. can only be a friend. He cannot control Fury. I agree with you, Box Watch TV, and that is exactly why you look at Joshua and Wilder fights with serious concerns. Because when the punches are flying by Joshua Wilder and things start going wrong, and they will go wrong, I can assure you that they will go wrong. When he goes back to the corner, who's going to be talking to him? That's where you're going to know who your trainer is. When the dancing don't work, when the feet don't move the way you want it to move, when the jab's pinging your back here and you get hit with big right hands, you get dropped on the canvas, you look to Ben Davidson. Really? At least with Peter Fury, he gives you a game plan, a game plan. Guys, experience. I'm not knocking Ben Davidson here, but you can't leave the experience of Peter Fury for what's going on now. I'm sorry. Can't. J124, Ingram, I respect you for this. You're a fan of Fury as well as I am and still able to critique him. No one is above criticism, not even Lomachenko. Not even Lomachenko, I agree with you there. It's all up for the team to meet the flock of Albanian drug dealers that have recently flooded the UK. Fury should go with Bashir, or Bashir wouldn't have it. Bashir would not have it. Peter Fury would just feed Tyson Andro. Is that him, Beadle, with the little hand? He's a number 2 Albanian cruiserweight. Number 1 Albanian in this fight, for the next fight. That'll be a cracker. Guys, I hope you understood what I meant. But Tyson just talking rubbish, saying the cruiserweight is a threat, but Joshua and Wilder aren't. Yeah, I understand totally, Robert. Tyson Fury should have fought Price, in my opinion. Now, let's see. Now, Price fight, the Price fight is a bit more dangerous, and I wouldn't have, even I wouldn't have said type Price in a rematch in a first fight back, because now you look at the guy who's got range, he punches hard. That's too much of a dangerous fight on a comeback. Okay, so no, I do have some wherewithal, and Fury against Price, maybe a second fight back, Price would have been a good fight. Not a comeback fight after 3 years, no. But not David Price. I don't care what you say. Price has got a dodgy chin and this and that. Listen, Price has been more active than Fury. No. Sorry. I wouldn't have taken the Price fight. Good fight. Wouldn't have taken it. If Fury comes out to Return of the Mac, Mark Morrison should file a lawsuit. I would. Hey, value of kind of different, but Hey had skill. Are you going to the fight? What fight? Yeah, big time. What I will say is seeing him happy is genuinely a good thing. Last time he was into it, he beat Vlad. Listen, Tyson will tell you one thing and he'll do something totally different. Tyson will say he's happy today and tomorrow he's not. We can't trust anything Tyson says. Yep, I totally get what you say. You're a man of your word. It means something. Ingram, do you think Peter Fury knew that his son Huey and Tyson were injecting antidote? No, I don't believe that 1 second. How about this for senselessness? The best fighters in the world against each other. Huey versus Tyson Fury for the heavyweight championship of the world. I don't think they're going to fight. Well, I asked Huey about it. He said, nah, he wouldn't fight him. I don't think they'd fight. But if they did fight, it'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Terry Tibbs. Like a parrot's claw, all clawed over this itty-bitty hand. Tyson would never face Bellew in a comeback fight. Maybe in 2 fights, though. Yeah, Bellew's smart. That's why Bellew wants to fight him now. That makes more money than Hearn, more than Frank. They own boxing after that fight and they keep safe. Right, so there's my thoughts on Tyson versus Sefer Seferi, or Sefer Seferi. Tyson, listen, mate, I love you to bits. I'm glad that you're back in boxing. But you know deep down, if you and John, your dad John, were to sit down and look at this fight on paper, sit down, and you were outside yourself and you were looking at a potential opponent and you said Sefer Seferi, you'd have laughed at me. You thought I was insulting you. But you done it, mate. So you're talking sense, but Tyson Fury certainly doesn't talk sense. If he was the man, he would certainly end up going with Eddie Hearn, but he just can't. He wants the 50-50 split. How can a drug cheat get that? Well, we know that Eddie does talk a lot of BS. He talks an absolute lot of BS. But this one, you can believe. You can believe this one about him wanting to take 3 fights and wanting to have easy comeback. You can believe that. For me, Tyson is the best skill. Back foot game, best defense, best jab, stamina, top 3, combination decent. Just needs to stay on the consistent plan and apply, if not talk. Well, that remains to be seen, my friend. We know what he did against Klitschko, but that was 3 years ago. And the Seferi fight doesn't tell us anything different. So technically, it could be 4 years, you know, till we find him in a real fight. Vladimir could throw a spanner in the works. Let's go, champ. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on Fury versus Sefer Seferi. Gonna take 3 training camps to get Fury into good condition. That's what you think. I'm not so convinced. If Fury's training himself and Beg Davison's just helping him along the way, it might take 10 training camps. Think about it. I agree. Hay, for me, had power, best speed, years. But after years out, look what happened. Who knows? I like see him against winner or loser of White Parker, somewhere along that line. No way, mate. No way. Absolutely no way. White or Parker? Are you serious? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Might get another guy from the cruiserweight division if we're not careful. I don't know. Might get a second fight. We might get Tyson Fury versus Anthony Yard. We might get that for the second fight. I know. Be careful. We might get Tyson Fury versus Bobby Gunn. That might happen too as well. Yeah, we hope so, but I don't know. I don't know. And let's hope Tyson doesn't get himself in any trouble between now and next year. Right, that's it. Those are my thoughts on Fury versus Sefer Seferi. That's my reaction. Being honest, I'm not kissing ass, and I'm not. It's a joke. It's an embarrassment to our sport. Absolute embarrassment. You've got the world. You've got the UFC. Everyone in the UFC knows who Tyson Fury is. Most people in America know who Tyson Fury is. People in the UK know who Tyson Fury is. People globally know who Tyson Fury is for the right or the wrong reasons. And his comeback fight, this is the guy who says he wants to emulate Muhammad Ali, and he's fighting the cruiserweight Albanian who's 5'11". Let that sink in. And it's the main event. Let that sink in. Vladimir Klitschko, Sefer Seferi. You're only as good as your last fight. So forget the Klitschko fight. That's gone. Tyson Fury's next fight is Sefer Seferi. And at the end, the post-fight, that is his best. That will be the fight we talk about. Not the Klitschko fight. 3 years on, we don't talk about the Klitschko fight. We talk about Sefer Seferi. That's the fight we talk about. We can no longer talk about Klitschko. We talk about Sefer Seferi. You're only as good as your last fight. Ashley Lou says, who is this Sefer Seferi guy? I'm not buying into this. He could have at least came back against British level. Fury versus Yarde. Marafat peas. Embarrassing for boxing. Point at them, Ingram. Just point. Imagine if Hearn put this fight on. He would have been hung from his nuts. It's wrong, but it's business. No, it's not business. No, it's embarrassment. It's a circus act. It is not business. Well, if it is, it's very bad business. It's atrocious business. It's shocking business. Okay? It does the world of boxing no favors whatsoever. We would be able to see how good his movement really is at least. Oh, dear me. If we're seeing how good his movement is, there's a real problem. If Tyson Fury doesn't put his hands up and walk straight forward against Sefer Seferi, I don't know what else is. But it's a disgrace. And that's it. Thank you all so much for bearing with me on this rant. It has to be said. Somebody's got to tell it like it is. I'm sorry, Tyson. Listen, I've got much love for you, my friend. You know, I've got a lot of love for you. We've been talking since 2012. Got a lot of love for you. But this, it don't cut the mustard. Not for the Gypsy King. Not for Return of the Mac. Not for the greatest heavyweight of this modern era. So you told me. Not for the guy who wants to emulate Muhammad Ali. Sorry, sir. This isn't even acceptable. It's wrong on all accounts. Justified rap, my friend. He goes, you won't be on the guest list next time, bro. Mate, I was never on the guest list. Understand, I was never on the guest list. My face don't fit. My voice don't fit. My actions don't fit. But I'm not here to be on anyone's guest list, okay? It's not about being on a guest list. But thank you anyway for saying I'm a guest. But it's not about being on a guest list. Freaking, listen, Tyson probably fought better in his first 10 fights. He probably fought better opponents than Sefer Seferi. And they were heavyweights. I'm done. No more. I'm done. Done. No more. That's it. This is for people to see Tyson Fury actually get back in the ring. Literally walk from, listen, all this is Tyson walking from the dressing room to the ring, inside the ring. That's it. But in terms of calling it a fight or an exhibition match, no. A circus act, yes. Mayweather versus McGregor, for all the circus act you call it is, at least it was a fight. That's it. Thank you for this. When I come back, we'll be talking Dillian Whyte and Joseph Parker. A real fight. See you then.